Let's be honest, the holidays can feel like a total free-for-all. The Halloween candy, the parties, the skipped workouts, the skipped bike rides, the gifts, the baking, the chaos. It's really just so easy to tell ourselves that we'll just start all over again in January. But what if I were to tell you that this year could be different? What if you could actually enjoy the holiday season, stay consistent with your movement, and actually feel good in your body the whole way through? Welcome to the Biking Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, Stacy Smith, and I lost 50 pounds riding my bike by focusing on what my body can do. Now, I teach other women how to do the same. I am obsessed with completely flipping the script on weight loss so that we can work out to feel good and feel strong. If you are ready to stop dieting, learn how to appreciate your body, and have fun riding your bike, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. I am so excited that you are here, and I cannot wait for this week's episode. It is all about the holiday season, which is hands down one of my favorite times of the year. And I can't wait to share with you all of the tips and tricks and suggestions that I have for helping you to stay healthy and happy and confident during this holiday season. Before we dive in, though, I just want to mention that I have a completely free Lose Weight Biking Quick Start Guide that you can just download and have delivered right to your email and get started with your biking weight loss today. All you have to do is go to www.sascy.com/guide. That's www.sassy.com/guide, and it will be delivered right to your inbox so that you can get started today. So without further ado, let's just dive right in and talk about the holiday season. If you've ever found yourself surrounded by Halloween candy, wondering how you're going to be good during the holidays and how you're going to make sure that you get on your bike because things just feel so much busier, this episode is 100% for you. I want to show you that the holiday season does not have to be all or nothing, that you can really enjoy it, that you can enjoy the food, that you can enjoy your family, that you can enjoy the fun, and actually also stay connected to your goals, to your movement, to your bike, and to just your overall health and well-being. We do not need to do the holidays perfectly, my friend, but we do need to do them mindfully. And I just can't wait to share with you all of the things that I have learned over the years about how to really manage the holiday season, feeling strong and feeling confident. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in now. The first thing that I want to talk to you about is how to reframe the holiday season in your mind. This is really, really important because I want you to kind of take a step back right now, and I want you to think about the stories that you have told yourself about the holidays, about how the holidays should be, about food during the holidays, about movement during the holidays. I want you to just take a minute and I want you to think about that. I want you to think about if you've been always telling yourself that this season is too busy to be healthy, that it's too hard to be healthy, that you should just, let whatever happens and start all over again in January. We have a tendency to tell ourselves this story that we are either going to be good during the holiday season, that we are going to be restricting all of the naughty foods and only eating the healthy foods. And at Thanksgiving, we're going to only eat the vegetables or whatever the case may be. We might have that kind of mindset going in. Or we might just be like, oh, screw it. I'm just going to eat whatever, whenever, and I'll start again next year. And we go into this mode, and it's like almost every single party, every single opportunity to either eat or to move, we more or less feel like we're failing. We feel like we're skipping workouts. We feel like, oh my goodness, I ate so much Halloween candy last night. There's no recovering from this. And I'm just going to say, whatever, and I'm going to start again in January. So what I want you to do this year is I want you to think about the holidays maybe a little bit differently. What if we didn't do this? What if we go into the holiday season basically already feeling kind of confident and grounded, and that We don't have to earn our food or make up for overeating if we ate too much Halloween candy. What if you were to think about the holiday season in a slightly different way? That it isn't this measure of whether or not you can or cannot be successful on this diet or that one, but that it's a part of the season. It's a part of life. And it's a time for us to kind of embrace it and enjoy it. I don't want you thinking about the holidays as something that you have to kind of white knuckle your way through or get through. The idea is that you get to experience the holidays and you get to experience all of the joy in the holiday season. You can enjoy your family, your friends, your traditions, and you can still take care of yourself at the same time. And you can do it without restriction. You can do it without saying, I can't have any Halloween candy, or without saying, I'm not going to have any carbs during our Thanksgiving dinner, which sounds like the saddest thing on the planet to me. I'm not going to lie. So the idea here is that you don't have to be perfect, but I want you to mindfully enter the season with some ideas about how you might want to fit more healthy choices and more movement into your holiday schedule. So speaking of movement, the next thing that I want to talk to you about is how to start naturally incorporating more movement into your life. I have talked about NEAT movement before, which is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And this is simply the idea that those of us who incorporate more movement into our daily lives tend to be more healthy. And by that, I mean those of us who are getting up off the couch and, switching the laundry and doing some dishes. And those of us who are parking a little bit further away from at the grocery store. Those of us who, when we're in a hotel, we're taking the stairs, or when we're at work, we take the stairs instead of the elevator if we can. Those of us who are kind of getting up at work and moving our bodies on a regular basis. Just, for me, it's always getting up and walking into the office, walking into the copier from my classroom. All of that movement counts. So I know that I talk about this a lot, but the first thing I'm going to say is think of ways that you can just naturally incorporate more movement into your life. Maybe it's even something as simple as I'm going to do more of my holiday shopping in the stores this year, because that kind of gets me up and moving around. Now, that sounds like an absolute nightmare to me, but if you like shopping and you love shopping, that is a great way to just kind of incorporate a little bit more movement. Also walking to the mailbox counts. Dancing while you are baking in the kitchen and making cookies totally counts. All of those things count. I want you to stop discounting those little things. And the reason why I harp on this so much is I used to always discount the little things. I remember once listening to a podcast where someone told me to take multiple trips from my car into the kitchen with my groceries. And I'm like, who does that? I'm like, why would I want to do that? How is that really going to help? How is that going to count? I didn't realize at the time that all movement counts, that I don't need to be on my bike for 30, 45, 60 minutes at a time in order for my movement to count. Actually, taking multiple trips of groceries, it does count. Parking a little further away at the grocery store, that counts too. So stop discounting all of those little things, because those little things keep you consistent with thinking about movement as something that is important. And when you are consistent with movement, when you are persistent with movement, that changes everything. When you look back on your day and you say, wow, I didn't move as much as I wanted to today. Tomorrow I'm going to do a little bit better. Tomorrow I'm going to increase my step count. I know there's so much talk right now about how, walking so many steps a day is just BS, and that the 10,000 steps was a marketing campaign. Of course it was. Everything is, right? That's all true, but you're moving. You're incorporating more movement, and that feels good. It's not about how many calories we're burning. It's about how does the movement make us feel. Every single piece of movement, if you let it make you feel good, is going to make you want more of it. Maybe your rides during the holiday season are a little bit shorter. Maybe they're indoors. Mine will most likely all be indoors from now until it's warm again in the spring. That's just me. Maybe they're only 5 minutes. Maybe you're still just thinking, I just got to get something in. If you can get something in, you are a person who is moving. You are a person who is moving your body. And my friend, that counts. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is food and guilt and eating without guilt during the holiday season. And I'm going to be talking about this a lot over the upcoming weeks. This is just kind of a teaser of all of the fun stuff that is to come. But here's the thing. Candy, it happens. It's there. Pie also happens. It's there. Candy and pie and all of your family recipes, they happen. They're there. They are delicious. And that is okay. You should enjoy them. The goal isn't to avoid these things. It's really, really not. It's to learn how to eat them without feeling like you have somehow broken some sort of massive moral code of what it is to be the perfect woman in the perfect body who eats the perfect things. That's not us. That's not anybody. That's not what we're here to do. So, that Halloween candy that is starting to come in, I want you to start thinking about like, okay, I can eat this. I just have to plan it. I just have to not eat it like it's going out of style. I have to not eat it like they will never sell another Kit Kat at the CVS ever again. I promise you they will. Those Kit Kats are not going anywhere, my friend. You will always be able to get another one, okay? So what if you looked at Halloween candy, if you looked at all of those yummy foods at Thanksgiving, if you looked at those holiday cookies as something that not only that you can eat, but something that you can choose to enjoy, not something that you have to earn or something that you have to work off on the bike later. The idea is that you can still be healthy and honor your goals, and you can still, if you want to, lose weight during the holiday season while enjoying all of these things. It's all about enjoying them intentionally, about planning for them, about deciding in advance how much, for example, Halloween candy you're going to eat, and taking those thoughts and those feelings and those decisions and putting them in a place of intention, not a place of restriction. So when you stop seeing food as good or bad, you're also going to stop seeing yourself and your body as good or bad too. It is such an empowering way to approach your food and to approach your body during the holiday season. The next thing that I want you to kind of think about is how you can use some mindset shifts about the holiday season in order to kind of anchor yourself. Now, oh my goodness, I know, like we talk about mindset all of the time. It's like all you've got to do is change your mindset and everything's going to be great. And yeah, like it's so easy to just change your mindset about food and your body and all of the things all at once. I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to say it's an easy thing or necessarily even an overnight thing. But what I am trying to say is that when you start thinking about making some of these little mindset shifts about food and about your body during the holiday season or during any time, actually, that's when you start to realize that you are playing the long game. And that is the first mindset shift that I want you to think about making. I want you to understand that this process of learning how to look at food and our bodies in a different way, especially those foods that we've always labeled as bad, those foods that we love, it is a process. It is not overnight. We are playing the long game. And as we start making these consistent changes in the way we think about our body, in our behaviors, and in our habits, that's when we really start to see long-term results. So just think about this in terms of Halloween candy, for example. You're staring at the bowl of Halloween candy and you really want a piece. And you're wondering, oh my gosh, if I have one piece, is it going to turn into two pieces? Is it going to turn into three pieces? Am I just going to sit here and eat my way through this whole bowl of candy? And what I want you to be kind of thinking about is, first of all, you can think, you know what? I'm going to just decide right now that I'm going to have 2 or 3 pieces of candy. And that's going to be good for me. I'm going to pick the 2 or 3 pieces of candy I love and enjoy, and I'm going to walk away from it. And that's going to be freaking awesome. So that's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is you can say, you know what? I don't actually even want any of this candy right now. I don't even like this candy. This isn't the kind of candy that I normally eat. I'm actually feeling kind of emotional and I want to feel better and I'm thinking the candy is going to help and I know that it's not. So maybe you decide not to eat any of it. Or maybe you say screw it and you eat like 10, 15, 20 pieces of candy. Maybe you eat a whole bunch of candy. the thing that I want you to be thinking about this year, the shift that I want you to be making this year, is the idea that you're playing the long game. If you eat 20 pieces of candy one day, and then you don't eat 20 pieces of candy for the next 3, you are winning. You are making improvements. If you eat 5 pieces of candy one day, you go down to 4 the next day, 3 the following day. And then after that, you're kind of like, I just don't even want this candy anymore. That's when you can start to see real progress and real change. So if you want to stay a little bit more grounded this season, I'm going to encourage you to think about how moving your body and fitting more movement in is something that makes you feel good. I want you to think about how you can eat the foods that you love in quantities and amounts that feel good in your body, and you can still lose weight. I want you to think about how you can enjoy the foods that you love and still care for your body at the same time. And I want you to consider journaling about these things and writing them down and reflecting on your day and asking yourself, what are some of the choices I made today? Some of the choices I made yesterday? How might I make some of those choices maybe just 1% better tomorrow? That is the way that you should be approaching holidays, Halloween candy, all of these yummy treats, whether or not you can fit in your bike rides. Just give yourself a little bit of a break, my friend. You don't need to be as hard on yourself as you always have been. It's just not necessary. You can move your body. You can have fun during the holiday season. You can enjoy your food. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to do a turkey trot unless you really want to. You don't have to do a super long indoor bike ride before every holiday meal. You don't have to go hog wild on the bike after you ate a bunch of Halloween candy because you think you have to burn it all off. That is not what the holiday season is all about. It is about the joy and the fun and the family and the friends and the delicious food and fitting your movement in everywhere you can. Okay? So here's the thing. You are not falling off the wagon this holiday season if something doesn't go according to plan. And you are building, just by listening to this podcast, a stronger relationship with the holidays, a stronger relationship with food, and a stronger relationship with your body. I would love for you to think of this holiday season as your season to feel good in your body, as your season to enjoy the food that's available to you. You know, no matter what's on the calendar, no matter what's on the dessert table, we are going to be talking about the holidays, the holiday season, managing the holiday season for the next couple of weeks. And it's going to be freaking great and it's going to be amazing. And you are going to have the tools that you need in order to either maintain your weight during the holiday season, lose your weight during the holiday season, or not even think about the scale at all and just think about what you need to do to really feel good during this holiday season for you. So please, my friend, keep listening because over the next few weeks, I'm sharing even more simple ways for you to keep feeling good in your body through the holidays and the holiday season. I'm also working on something super fun to help you stay consistent and confident all the way through December. You're going to be getting more information, so you want to make sure that you listen to the podcast. You want to make sure that you are getting my emails, and the best way to do that is to download my completely free Lose Weight Biking Quick Start Guide. You can find that at www.sassy.com/guide. That's www.sassy.com/guide. It'll give you a little bit of an extra boost. You'll be on the email list and you'll get all the information about the upcoming fun holiday things that we're going to be doing. So I just want you to take a deep breath as we end this week's episode. And I want you to think about just one thing, one behavior, one thought that you have about the holidays that's coming up that you know is not making you feel good, that you know is not serving you. And I want you to think about, how can I look at this situation a little bit differently? How can I make this particular thought a little bit less negative, this particular feeling maybe a little bit more neutral, so that I can move forward. And if you are willing, I would love to hear what it is that you're working on. You can go ahead and email me at Stacy, STACY, at sassy, that's SASCY.com. I would just absolutely love to hear from you. Otherwise, you could also send me a DM on Instagram. I'm at Sassy Cycling, that's SASCY Cycling. I would just love to hear from you. Chatting with my listeners is literally my favorite thing on the planet. You are not bothering me. I want to hear from you and I want to help you. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Biking Wellness Podcast. I cannot wait for us to be together again. Talk soon. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of the Biking Wellness Podcast. Be sure to head on over to sassy.com/guide, SASCY.com/guide, to get my completely free Lose Weight Biking Quick Start Guide so that you can get started with simple, doable weight loss today. That's SASCY.com/guide.